It's a delight to talk with you today, Coach L.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you guys for having me.
So we have a few questions for you, just like, normal questions, not anything out of the blue. How did you end up working at Pingry?
So funny story, my best friend Shamir Bearfield was working at the lower school, and he was like, Marquise, we coached together at Seton Hall Prep that year in 2020. He was like, Marquise, I think you'd be great with kids here at Pingry. And he was like, just apply, see what happens, and we get you here at the lower school. I was like, all right, cool, I got nothing to lose. I was just wrapping up being done with my physical therapy job I was doing at the time, and I had applied, and the people who were interviewing me here at the upper school were like, nah, this guy is too good to let him go down to the lower school. We got to keep him here. So that's all she wrote. I went through like almost 10 to 15 people on Zoom, but it was worth it though. I ended up being here. So that's how I got here.
I remember Mr. Bearfield. He was like the sub. I remember he taught like our classes, and every kid would look forward to it.
Yeah, he was like the first ever sub they had down there, and he was kind of like their guinea pig, they were saying, but they loved him down there though. He's definitely missed.
Did you like that decision of like moving to like upper school rather than lower school?
For sure, because it's a lot easier to relate with you guys. Can hold longer conversations, whereas down there it's kind of like, how long can I keep their attention, span going, and just keep everything fun and light, So yeah.
What are like some standout moments or like amusing memories or like the craziest thing that's happened to you since you've been at Pingry?
Ooh, got a couple. Celebrate Pingry was one. The fireworks were awesome over at Pottersville. That was one cool moment. Another cool moment that I had was coaching with Mr. Shangold with our JV team, and Steph chose to shoot a shot literally while sitting and laying on the floor, while Coach Murdoch was right behind our bench just staring at him with the meanest, illest, grilling look ever. And everybody just couldn't help but laugh. So that was another cool moment.
I can never imagine Coach Murdoch was like mean eyes, so like
he tried everything in him to not laugh. He tried to make sure he let Steph know that don't ever do that again. But yeah.
Anything amusing or crazy at the BAC?
Anything crazy? Mr. Keating always yelling when he's doing workouts. He's doing his swings, or he's on the elliptical. He's like, "Yeah, Tom, yeah, keep going, yeah." And he just randomly, like, it's at whenever moment he feels like it.
It's been that way for 30 years, everyone, just so you know.
Yeah, it's actually regular. In the beginning, though, I didn't take it that way. I was like, "Is this guy all right?"
Wait, in the third person, like.
What do you mean?
Do you refer to himself in like the third person?
Oh no. I'm saying Mr. Keating, but no. Oh, does he? Yes. Yeah. He all the time.
I feel like I get
he does that
about that
all the time. All the time. Like, you're right here, Tom. Why are you saying Tom? Like, we know who you are. But yeah.
Oh, I gotta say that whatever floats your boat.
That's what I say. Listen.
Like, if it's healthy, if that's making your lifestyle healthy enough, then yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Hey, he's doing a lot better than people my age when it comes to exercising. So, hey, clearly there's something in the pudding that's working for him.
How has Pingry changed since you got here?
We've gotten lighter in terms of being very strict in terms of what you can and can't do or wear necessarily. Like when because I got hired during 2020 in the fall, so it was still the height of COVID. So people were very leery about who to be around. Like it was a lot of limited, interaction with one another. But by the end of 21 going to 22, we kind of got away from that and got back to what life was like back in 2019. It was more interacting with one another, from students to teachers to faculty and staff to parents. Like people you could tell got less leery and got less concerned about being around one another. And we had more events. And I've also seen too, we've gotten better with community engagement in terms of having events happening on campus and stuff like that. Whereas my first couple of years, I didn't see much of that. To be fair, we did go through COVID too. So, but yeah, definitely has improved over the years.
Like, if you did something outside of working at Pingry, what would your like dream job be? Like, what would you do?
Ooh, dream job would be being in the NFL. That would be the dream job because it's not a 9 to 5. But if it wasn't that, honestly, oh, I know what it would be. I would be a food critic. That's what I'd do.
Taste food for a living?
Yeah. And I have a high
Oh,
metabolism too, so I'm never going to gain weight. So I can keep on eating. Sorry.
What are some random things that you're passionate about or interested in?
Football, if you know me, for one. My Philadelphia Eagles. That's my pride and joy.
Boo. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Shout out to Smitty getting that extended contract today. I'm passionate about family. Like, I'm a big family guy. I'm a big family-oriented kind of guy. Literally, we just had game night yesterday. Another thing I'm passionate about, honestly, you wouldn't think this, but video games too. I'm a big gamer. I love to rock. Still waiting to rock with Mr. Kelly. I don't know what he's waiting on. I've had the opportunity to do some gaming with Mr. Shangold. It's been a blast. It's nice. It's very nice and therapeutic and hilarious.
I would have never thought that you guys, like, especially Mr. Shangold, would have like any free time though. It's like
He doesn't have nowhere near as much now
No.
compared to before.
definitely though.
Yeah, he's definitely missed.
What are some of your hidden talents?
So a lot of people wouldn't notice, but I can actually draw. Like, no joke, I can actually. I've drawn cat dog. I got you. I could sketch Mr. Kelly right now if I really wanted to.
It's just a big bald circle.
I've airbrushed and done John Travolta before, and actually got hung up in an art exhibit when I was in high school. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't expect that with me. So yeah.
What's your favorite like medium? Like favorite thing to draw with?
Favorite? Honestly, a pencil. I like that. It's just easy. I like that. It just feels much more loose and easy going compared to like a paintbrush. I will never do a pen because you can easily make a mistake. You can't, overdo that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say pencil.
Solid.
Personally, I agree with that. Drawing with a pencil is kind of just like, it's kind of just simple, you know?
Yeah.
It's just very simple.
It's not much thought to it, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, like I said, any mistakes. You can always correct if need be. I kind of get a little OCD-ish when I'm writing anyway, when I'm drawing and sketching, so yeah.
Do you have a favorite song, show, or book?
Ooh. I could answer all three of those, honestly. Are we talking favorite song currently or favorite song all time?
All time? All time.
All time, Nice and Slow by Usher.
Mm.
That was the first song I ever learned every word to. No brainer. Favorite book, The Kite Runner. I read that when I was a 9th grader, and I loved it to this day. Great Gatsby's another backup. I like that. I like that more than the actual movie. I feel like it didn't do it justice when you saw what was actually put on the movie compared to the book, the imagination I had in my head. So yeah.
Any favorite shows?
Favorite shows? Oof. Stranger Things is my baby on Netflix. I like Atlanta on FX. Coach Shangold will like that a lot. What's another one? I have quite a few.
Golden Girls.
Nah.
You're thinking Gilmore Girls.
That's a good one. What's another one? Dragon Ball Z. From anime heads out there, I love Dragon Ball Z. Attack on Titan. Yeah.
What do you think about Garcia girls?
I don't know what Garcia girls are.
You should be glad. You should be very glad.
Julianna's like,
I'm a
what?
little confused.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite students?
Everybody. I don't have one specific student. Like, I like all students from every grade. You know, have their own unique style and way that they interact with me and the energy that they bring. Like how some 8th graders may carry themselves is different from how 11th graders are, or how the seniors make care of themselves is different from how a 7th grader or a 6th grader make care of themselves. But I have no favorites. Everybody's my, as I always say, my guy. Everybody I'm cool with here, so yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to like Pingry students?
My piece of advice I would give to Pingry students would be present in the moment. Like, we're always looking into the future and worrying about, oh, I gotta get into this school, I gotta get into this college, I gotta make sure I'm accepted here, I gotta make sure that I'm going to play a sport there. Just be present in the moment, because you don't get these days back. And these are probably, yeah, you may have moments where you seem stressed out, but trust me, this is nothing to once you get outside of this building. Like, this is probably the most beautiful time of your life you're gonna have. So maybe one day you get blessed to have kids. So enjoy it. Like, you can't get these back. You don't have too many responsibilities. You don't have bills. You're still under a good roof in a home. You're getting a nice home cooked meal. Trust me, enjoy it. I keep telling the seniors, stop rushing to get out of here. Like, trust me, you're gonna come back and say, Coach, I wish I listened. And they appreciate the BAC now more when they are in their college compared to when they were here. So be present, you know. And it's okay to make mistakes too. You know, you learn more from those, because those will teach you lessons compared to winning. Winning doesn't teach you much compared to losing. But I don't believe in losing. I just believe in lessons. So yeah.
Fail forward.
Exactly.
Out of the coaching staff, which one do you find the most interesting?
In the BAC?
In the BAC.
Ooh, most interesting.
Chris.
They're all interesting in their own way. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris.
Can you
It's
give us
definitely
the
Chris.
why? Can you give us the why?
The why is because, not to seem like you being judgmental, but looking on the outside, looking in, you would think he's a certain way, like the way he would carry himself, and think like he's not approachable, or he'd be full of himself because of the way he has the comb slicked back hair, and he's got the nose ring. He thinks he's too cool for school. He's the complete opposite. Like, he's very to himself. Actually, he's very introverted. Like, he actually gets nervous around a camera, believe it or not.
Very funny though.
Very funny. He is underrated. Yeah, he's very funny, and he's super down to earth. And he knows, he's so knowledgeable too. For at his young age, he's a good dude.
Write him down for the podcast, all right?
Yeah. You're welcome, Chris.
Out of all the coaches, which one do you say would be the most interesting outside of the BAC?
Coaches outside of the BAC. Ooh. See, I can't say Shangold because him and I got a lot of similarities, so. You know who actually? Coach Barnes. Coach Barnes is, I would say. Between Coach Barnes and Coach Schultz. They're the most interesting, I gotta admit. Schultz, because he has a lot of wisdom, but then also he still knows how to joke around, and he can go on tangents. Like, once you get him going, you might as well sit a while and get a bag of popcorn and just get comfortable.
At the start of track practices, it's like he's always on point, and then that one tangent.
Yeah. But yeah, I always say, but definitely look him in the eye, let him do his thing though. Don't look away. Like, he's in his mode, in his moment, let him have it. But yeah.
Would you consider yourself a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl, easily. I used to be a morning person when I didn't have as many responsibilities. But now, I hate getting up early. It's part of adulthood though, so I gotta do what I gotta do, but I don't enjoy it. That's why I always try not to come in too early to have the BAC open for if kids wanted to work out or something like that, even though we're normally not supposed to, but if we wanted to do one-on-one training, I kind of like, can we save it to after 8:30? Because I gotta mentally prepare myself with adults and then the students and then my own workout. It's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, definitely a night owl. Definitely.
Nice.
So that's pretty much all the questions we have for today. Thank you for coming. No problem. Like giving us some wisdom of your
Sure, man. No problem. Thank you guys for having me. It's definitely an honor. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time.